welcome back to another episode of If I May Speak Candidly, where we dive into the craziness of the wrestling world from the comfort of my domain. And I really want to wish everyone who is watching this video a happy new year. We made it to the new year. It is 2025. Raw will be debuting on Netflix tomorrow. This week we have seen AEW's Dynamite and Collision simulcast on the Max app. We are in a new era for both brands. But before I get to that, I just want to say that although I wasn't able to complete the 555 Wrestling Winter Wrap-Up series that I did start earlier last month rather, I'm still looking forward into sharing my predictions for this year coming up in wrestling. I also want to again thank Miss Nina Samuels for being my first interview on the channel. Since that interview, she has defeated Rio, and now she is the women's world champion for Progress Wrestling. So that's very exciting. Happy for her and congratulations. Of course, as you all know, I am a WWE shop affiliate, so the link will be in the description box down below. Feel free to buy something. You might want to buy something new for the new year. Maybe a new belt, maybe a new shirt. I'm sure there'll be some John Cena farewell shirts for his tour that will be starting come tomorrow. So you have to spend money to make money, so might as well just go and buy you something that you want from the WWE shop and use my code, which will be in the description box down below. Now, I do have some exciting news that I will be sharing later on in the month, or closer to the day of something that I wanted to always try as a kid, and now I'm finally getting the option, or rather the chance to do it. So I think that would be really exciting. Again, I will get more into that later on down the line. But there's a lot of things that I do want to get into. So without further ado, let's get to some of the things that has happened in the midst of last year and this year, and things that I didn't get a chance to talk about, but I get a chance to talk about it now. I did go to an MLW show, which was actually pretty fun. I got to see a lot of familiar faces: Matt Riddle, Dijak, Trevor, formerly known as Cameron Grimes. It was my first indies wrestling show that I went to. It certainly would not be my last, because between you and me, I had discovered a new wrestler. His name is Matthew Justice, and you know what? I'm kind of hooked. I'll get into that another time, but he's got a fan in me. That's all I gotta say. He has a new fan in me. But thinking off of the top of my head, because this video is not really planned, that will be more for next week. I just wanted to get back into the swing of recording again, so I'm just going to be talking about topics off of the top of my head. So for the first topic, I have to talk about the two new Crown champions. One this past Friday, one sometime last night, this morning, and that is Tiffany Stratton and Mercedes Mone. Now, for months we have been watching Tiffany tease the Money in the Bank briefcase cash in. We didn't know if she was going to cash in on this show. We didn't know if she was going to cash in on that show. It always seemed like there was just something that she was just teasing us with, but we didn't know if it was actually going to happen. And so this past Friday, honestly, I didn't feel like it was going to be any different. I'm going to be honest. You know, she came out with the ref. She had the briefcase. She said she wanted to cash it. And then all of a sudden, she pushed the ref over the barrier. And honestly, I just wanted to punch Tiffany in her forehead, because I said, girl, now is the time. Now is the time. And you know what? She proved me wrong. She proved me wrong. She cashed in. She ultimately waited for Bianca to do the KOD on Nia Jax, and then she did the prettiest moonsault, I guess that's what it's called, and ultimately pinned Nia and stole the belt. Now, as happy as I am for Tiffany, I want Tiffany to really consider going into witness protection, you know, because Nia is definitely going to make her life hell. All the other women wrestlers can attest to that, mainly the man, Becky Lynch, who I expect should be coming back soon. If she doesn't appear tomorrow, we'll definitely see her soon. But I just want Tiffany to be okay, and to, you know, take this title away from Nia. And don't get me wrong, Nia had the belt for almost 200 days, and she was a great champion. Nia is going to want to get her lick back. She is going to want to get revenge. So honestly, I'm just a little worried for Tiffany. And as for Mercedes, yes, Mercedes had her match in Tokyo Dome last night, and she ultimately won the title against Mina. I am happy for Mercedes as a woman of color who felt as though maybe her worth wasn't being acknowledged, or she wasn't really being praised for the things that she has accomplished and the things that she has done. She's really taking the narratives into her own hands, and she has managed to do what she needed to do in order to prove her worth. And you know, you can't knock anybody for that. I can't knock Mercedes for doing what she feels was best for her. And honestly, you know, however I feel about her personally, that doesn't negate the things that she has accomplished, and that doesn't negate how I feel about her as an athlete and as a wrestler. You know, like, she is one of the greater women wrestlers out there, and so I can only give her nothing but high praises. So congratulations to both her and Tiffany for their wins over the weekend. You know, I wish I could say the same for Liv, but honestly, I think Liv is going to lose her title come tomorrow. Honestly, because, you know, Rhea, she wants her title back. It's a title that she didn't lose, and so honestly, she deserved to get her title back. So, yeah. So I'm really excited about Raw debuting on Netflix tomorrow. We have the tribal combat between the OTC, the original tribal chief Roman Reigns, and the new baby tribal chief Solo Sikoa. Now, I think people were kind of surprised that The Rock announced that he was going to be there tomorrow, which I'm trying to understand. Why are you surprised? I mean, he is, after all, the board member. He is the high chief. You know, he ranks higher than both Roman and Solo when it comes down to their family positioning within their family. So it will only make sense for The Rock to be there. So I know that if by chance Roman do win, which I do think he will, The Rock is going to show thank you. I really feel like The Rock is going to show his ass. It wouldn't be nothing but The Rock's MO to do that. So, you know, that's just, it's just what's in right now. I apologize for my loud ass neighbors waiting to drag their shit above me as I am recording. You know, one of the things that I have said that I was going to do this year was I wasn't going to try to make my content perfect. Okay, so I'm going to curse, I might rant, you know, you might hear my loud ghetto ass neighbors dragging their furniture for the umpteenth time. But you know, this is real, this is authentic, this is my life. I'm not here to put out perfect content. I'm here to share my thoughts candidly and as authentically as possible. So again, if you do hear dragging, trust me, I tried my very best to record this at a time where I thought they will be quiet. But like the city that I live in, their asses never sleep either. So yeah. But yes, I'm like really excited about that. Also, I want to talk about the promo between CM Punk and Seth Rollins on last week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, a lot of people want to know who won that promo. Was it Seth? Was it CM Punk? My answer is yes. Yes, I feel like they both did. I think they both hit below the belt. You know, CM Punk brought up Becky. Seth brought up the fact that CM Punk don't have no kids. You know, even though this ain't a dig to the fur parents, you know, the parents of fur babies, you know, we acknowledge that you are parents as well. And we know how much CM Punk loves Larry. Like, that is his baby. Even though Larry is not a human baby, that is his son. That is his child. But they both hit below the belt, honestly. And, you know, I'm just so, as I mentioned on another podcast, I am kind of confused as to how they have managed to kind of book or promote the CM Punk and Seth match as a higher ranking or the main event over the tribal combat. I thought that wouldn't necessarily be the main event because it has a higher stake. You know, whoever loses is no longer the tribal chief, and they also do not get Paul Heyman. And of course, you know, now with The Rock in the picture, is kind of hard not to see that there is a higher level of stakes being added to the tribal combat match compared to Seth and CM Punk. Not to say that Seth and CM Punk's match will not be as gory or not be as entertaining as the tribal combat could necessarily be, but I just thought that was just a little strange. But again, you know, I'm not in the creator room, so I'm not complaining. I'm just a little curious about it. But yeah, you know, I just thought that was interesting. Who do I think is going to win? I don't know. I honestly do not know who could win that match. I love the idea of Seth finally putting the nail on the coffin with his feud with CM Punk. But, you know, we both know these gentlemen as people who don't let go of grudges. We know that. We know that about both Seth and punky. They hold grudges. They are very vindictive, and they just don't forget. So who do I think could necessarily win? I don't know. I don't know, but I will be tuning in. And then, of course, we have the women's championship match between Liv and Rhea. And, you know, I don't see them having two blondes as women's champions. That's why I think, you know, Liv more than likely will lose the title. I think with Liv losing the title will definitely be the last strand of hay that breaks the camel's back of Judgment Day. They did already change the song, which was ugly. Change it back. Okay? Change it back. But also, you know, Finn and JD, they have lost their titles to the War Raiders. And of course, you have he had lost his title opportunity against Gunther in the triple threat match at Saturday night's main event with Damian Priest. So, you know, honestly, Judgment Day is falling apart, you know, and with Liv losing the title, that's just, I think that would just be what will really solidify them breaking up, you know. So I don't see Liv retaining. If she retains, I'll be surprised, but I really don't see Liv retaining. Is there anything else I want to discuss about Raw on Netflix? Yeah, I'm looking forward to Michael Cole and Pat McAfee being back on commentary. Wade and Joe, they did a wonderful job. I did read that Joe will be joining SmackDown, so I guess it'll be Joe and Corey on SmackDown, Michael and Pat on Raw. We have Alicia Taylor, who will now be on the ring announcer for Raw, and Miss Lillian Garcia, the legend, will be on SmackDown. So I think that is really exciting. Adam Copeland came back. Now he's going by the name of Cope. Don't like it. I honestly do not like it. I think the name sucks. You know, yeah, fix it. Pretty much all I have to say about that. My man Orange, he had a title opportunity, and of course it was stolen from him once again at World's End. You had Jon Moxley versus Adam Page. Adam Page. Yeah, that guy. Okay, I'll get back to that. But Adam Page and Jay White, and of course Orange and John happened to retain, which honestly, you know, I'm not really mad about it. I'm not mad about John retaining. You know, I'm not. It's not like he's hiding from, he's not hiding from defending the title. He just wants to fight people that he deems is worthy of defending it against. And I don't blame him for that. You know, I think that's a pretty logical thing to do. But again, Hangman Adam Page, you know, I like Hangman. I don't know. He's been going around just being angry and just beating up people and just being frustrated and aggravated and just irritated. And, you know, I'm not against it. You know, I'm not against it. It's not like he's angry without reason. He is angry with reason. So I'm not against him being the way that he is. You know, I kind of wish I was Hangman, because if I was, I will go upstairs and have a talk with my my neighbors. Because
NYPD is on the lookout for a YouTube streamer who is on the run after she attacked her neighbors for disrupting her stream.
But yes, so you have that Adam Cole Baby and MJF. I hope this feud is over. I'm tired of it. It just ran its course. It's ran its course. You know, you had these two guys together, and then Adam attacked MJF, and MJF was gone. While MJF was gone, he was the face. He came back. When he came back, he attacked Adam, who was still a heel, but MJF was a face, and then MJF decided he didn't want to be a face anymore. He wanted to be a heel. So when Adam came back as a face while MJF was a heel, and yeah, it was terrible. Terrible writing, terrible booking. Over it. Absolutely over it. Kenny Omega came back, and he had his first match in almost 400 days, over a year, last night during Wrestle Dynasty against Gabe Kidd, and he won. So, you know, Kenny is the GOAT. Always had a soft spot for Kenny. I didn't to learn that Kenny actually saved Larry during the brawl out after All Out. Yeah, I just felt like Kenny was just he's a good guy. So I'm happy that Kenny is back. I'm happy that he is healthy, most importantly, and he will be on Dynamite this week. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Mariah May retained her title against Thunder Rosa. Toni Storm has come back. She has no recollection of the timeless Toni Storm that she gave us for the last year or so. She has no recollection of that. She clearly has amnesia, so that's fun. And you know, yeah. So for the last topic, it's wrestling related, but it's not really directly about anything wrestling, but you know, it's just like I said, it's this year I'm going to be as authentic and as transparent as possible. And so when you check this channel out, you're going to see a lot of different things. I will be experimenting a lot with this channel. I think when I had first started this channel back in October, my whole ideal was just to be perfect. It has to be perfect, and it has to be funny, and I have to cut out things, and I have to make sure that this isn't shown and that isn't shown, and you know, and things of that nature. And this year my word of the year is, next to consistency, which is very important, but authenticity. Just being authentic, just being me, just being the person that I am off camera. I'm looking forward to breaking new records, making new accomplishments, and just doing new things in this new year. At this point in life, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. In this podcast, which will also still be linked up to the column, which I'm still working on, so please look out for that. This is mine. It's mine, and I'm going to run it the way that feels real and right to me. And so I hope that encourages everyone else to do the same, because we only got one life, and we don't want to waste that time comparing ourselves to others. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Please check out my Twitter account at I am Megan Ambers, my Instagram at Megan Ambers. And I will let y'all know if I do decide to stream live for Raw tomorrow night. I think it will be a really good experience. Yeah, this will be a very interesting adventure. So again, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all soon.